Stop and listen, Good Samaritan. Are you lost? Are you having trouble surviving? Then listen for some helpful tips you may need at any moment. So, my friend, let's go get lost in the middle of nowhere. Activate magic teleporting powers! Okay, new buddy, we're here in the middle of a forest somewhere. The first thing to do is get some food. I'm hungry. So we can do this either two ways. The first way is to forage for food, like berries and other edible materials. There are always berries to eat in a forest. If you're not sure if the berries are poison or not, you can go dig up a worm to eat. Just don't eat so many at once, you could get sick. Now the second way we can get food is the more fun way, and that is to hunt. If you are lost in the woods with a knife, which I still happen to have outside of school, you can sharpen sticks and make throwing spears to kill many wildlife for us to feast on. After you do that, we can go wait in a tree for a deer or something to come by and throw pointy objects at. 2 hours later. So now that we have feasted on delicious deer venison, we need to find shelter. So we can go searching for a cave. A cave will keep us out of the rain in the distance that apparently just appeared out of nowhere. The problem with caves, although safe, they may contain bears. So let's get out our knife again. Cut down some branches with leaves still attached to them. We can use these to make a blanket or a really cool fort. Both will keep us warm and block some of the rain. Now you know how to survive the woods. But you may not be stuck in the woods. There's a better chance of a mass power outage than you getting lost in the woods. So, teleport! Okay, friend, let's survive a power outage. An electromagnetic pulse missile exploded over the city we're in. Don't ask how, it just happened. So now that we are in a house, it is cold and we need to be warm. So, something we could do is build a fire. Most houses have fireplaces to build fires in and some matches to light the fire. All we need is some wood from outside and we have fire. Another thing we could do is gather up all the blankets in the house and get under them. It is something most people do every day to keep warm, so that would make the most sense until we can get a fire going. The next thing for surviving a mass power outage is avoiding boredom. If you're bored, you start getting cabin fever. So one thing you can do is to play a card game like War, 5-card draw, or Goldfish to pass the time. Another thing we could do is go outside and play baseball or some kind of sport or game. It's a good thing to go outside so you're not in the house all day getting cabin fever. It's also a good way to get your mind off some things, like the fact that there's no power anywhere. Now I should tell you about... Wait. Who's that? Do you see blood coming from his mouth and hear his growling? Holy flying ice cream trucks, it's a zombie! Okay, we need to identify what kind of zombie it is. Well, it's definitely not a horde because there's only one zombie and a horde's like 10 or more. It doesn't seem to be a mutation zombie because it still has all the qualities of a regular person just covered in blood. And it has no freaky weirdness like we see in the Resident Evil movies, for example. Here, pass this now. It's not a rage zombie because it would be running at us if it was. So this zombie is just a basic walker. These zombies are the easiest to survive because all they do is walk around looking for a snack. Even with that fact, a zombie is a zombie and needs to be killed before it infects us. So there's only one true way to kill a zombie, and that is to blow its brain out of its head. So there's a few ways we can do that. It's a good thing we decided to play baseball today. Take that baseball bat and take a few swings at its head. This process can be done with any hard, blunt object. Another way we can kill zombies is by shooting them in the head with a bullet from a gun. This is much more practical than running up to a zombie and bashing in the head because you can keep your distance and make sure while you're killing one zombie that another one's not coming up from behind you. The third way is to run them over with a car. You may not be able to kill them, but you can still plow through a horde and get away quickly. Too bad they didn't heat one off. We can use a car now because I think I hear a horde coming. Well, kid, this is where I leave you on your own. Just remember, you need to find food and build a shelter if you're lost in the woods. You need to keep warm and keep entertained to avoid boredom and a mass power outage. and to identify what kind of zombies you're facing and to kill them by any means necessary. Good luck surviving that horde coming right at you. Bye! Teleport!